Hello everyone, and you're pleased to know we're going to go launch straight into the pop that arrived last week, and we've finally been able to remove the bumper to see what damage we have to the front. And as suspected, it could have been a lot worse. There's a slight kink in the top crash bar, and that's slightly pushed in the air conditioning condenser. Small push, it really isn't much, but there's nothing else further behind that at all. So we've been quite lucky, but it does require a new top crash bar and a new slam panel. Maybe this is a better example of just how it looks from the front. The air conditioning condenser is not really damaged, it's just slightly bent in. So when everything's off, can have a proper good look at that and just exactly see what the damage is really. But as I say, the radiator doesn't need sorting out, and the fan behind it's all good as well. So obviously the brakes will need to be completely sorted because the MOT says that they're very, very thin. So we'll get a new set of brake pads on there. I tend to buy a good couple of packs every so often because Fiat 500s just, for some reason, I don't know, tend to just not have their brakes done really at all. Unfortunately, I didn't quite notice whether you can see it. There's a few dents in the roof, and again, not sure how they got there, but yeah, and right on this quarter panel you can see it right in the corner, there's another dent, so we need to work on those as well. Okay, right, so we are going, what was it, like day 2 now. So you can see that we've taken off all the bolts off the slam panel. Everything's gone from here, so this is ready to come off very soon. The air conditioner condenser is actually intact, it's just really just ever so slightly bent on the top. With the fact that if that's still compressed and everything, getting that off and releasing all the nasty stuff into the air is actually going to cause us probably more problems. So I'm thinking we might be able to get away with that, maybe able to slightly bend it back, slight bend, but otherwise it's actually good to go. The radiator itself is all intact as well, so this will be ready to come off shortly once all of the hoses once all the hoses have been disconnected. So that's that. What else did I notice? So we've taken out the battery just to check on the slave cylinder, because on these 2010 ones they can get a bit nasty, but actually, having driven it, it's not too bad at all. But it's worth obviously just maybe putting some WD-40 in there and greasing it up a bit. So that's that. What else? So today my plan is to utilise the lovely weather that we've got and a reasonably high temperature to clean the seats. Is this open? Yes, it is. Right. Yeah, so probably looking to take the seats out. It's just going to be easier. What I've tried to do so far is remove what I can and dump it in the passenger footwell, so that it's just going to be easy to clean out, and then we'll look to try and take the seats out, and then they can dry outside for a bit. And yeah, that's going to be our plan for today. I'm not going to bother with the outside yet. That's like the last thing that I need to do. So the dents and everything is going to be one less thing to do. Put another steel wheel on, so that's all good. Unfortunately, because these cars run on cheap tyres generally, trying to get a matching one is quite difficult, so I might swap the rears because I think they're matching with the front. So yeah, I think without further ado, let's get on with it and get the cleaning done. So seats are out, done them, relatively easy today. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. We'll get the Hoover in here first and then go about, well no, actually I might just go straight for the cleaning of the seats because they're the ones that's going to take longest to dry. I'm probably no point really taking that back. I know it's a couple of bolts, but I can easily get access to this and leave it in the car. That can drive its own accord, so slowly getting there, slowly getting there. Right, little update. We are just gonna, well, we have removed the trim, and this is just disgusting. However, we are up again. We now are up, well, we found £1 and 5p that were hidden in there. So whilst that's done, we'll give that all a good clean. So, and then, yeah, I just can't work out in the order I'm going to do this. I think I'll soak these in something, and then we'll work on that seat there as well. So, yeah, we're slowly getting here, and hopefully, to be fair, it doesn't smell too much like a smoker's car, which I was worried about. So, that's good. And I might actually work out what we're going to do about this roof. I think that might just be a bit of like all-purpose cleaner and then a good scrub, but I don't want to make it worse. So right, onwards and upwards. Take those, put them in the pot, and I'll be back again very shortly. So the seats are drying now. To be fair, apart from a tiny little mark there, and the fact that they're dark anyway, so they don't have to be immaculate, but actually they've come out pretty well, pretty good. So they're going to dry. This is the sludge that's come out of it. As I say, it's typical of a Fiat 500 with 12 odd years of people sitting on those seats. So yeah, it's just nice to have some decent weather to be able to crack on with the seats and let those dry, rather than take absolute, well, it feels like weeks on a couple of previous projects. So yep, there we go. So we've done the interior, or we've cleaned it out. There's a big stain here, that's all gone pretty much. I haven't done any of the plastics or anything, it's literally just getting the carpet back to normality, but I'm not 100% worried about that being pristine, because this is a 12-year-old car and the seats cover most of it, so, and the mats. But we've now, well, at some point we've got to work on and clean all the plastics around here. Centre console's been taken out because of this part, and this bulb again has failed, so we've sorted that out, so that'll be going back. And yeah, so the seats will be coming back in shortly. Right, we are on to another day, towards the end of the week now. We have placed the brake pads. They were completely shot. I'll give you an example. That's not the worst one. There basically was no beef on them at all. Nothing really. So that one's really bad. So yeah, so we've done the brake pads, so that was an MOT advisory, so we've done them. And then we will go onto the front of the car. Okay, so we've now got the crash panel on. That's all in place. Slam panel, crash bars, and with the air conditioning, I just don't, I've sort of bent it back and nothing's broken in the middle or anything, so I'm not too worried about that, to be fair. So with that all in, coolant's in, well, I need to top it up. Not going to bother you too much with that information. Headlight's an issue in regards to the fact that I ordered one before I even got the car and it's still not arrived, so it's just seems to sitting in the raw mail, and it's not been delivered, nothing, in nearly 10 working days. It's just, don't know, that's all a bit weird. So those can go back on shortly, and then that's kind of the front done, apart from the fact that I've just got to put the new bonnet on. So I've got to put the new bonnet on, bumper, headlights, and then we're pretty much done with the front of the car. So yeah, it's coming along quicker than I thought. And then I think we're gonna obviously then work on the dent and the rear bumper, and then we're getting there, but it's just going to be the V5 that's going to take forever, I think, to turn up. Right, I think this is going to be the end of the video. This is not the car, but we will be doing another video on this because this is pretty much done. That one's done, and we are getting pretty much done with this one. So I'll cover that in another video, but I just thought I'd wrap up for today and wrap up for this video. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. Numbers are going up quite nicely now, so thank you to everyone who's new to the channel. And yeah, more Fiat stuff coming soon, and I'll be able to get rid of these and then work on some other projects and stuff like that. So yeah, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and if you've got any comments to make on anything that's been seen in this video, do let me know. So until next time, I'll see you all again very, very soon.